It was such a great storyline. Yeah, I'm literally thinking about these things for the first time in forever. So yeah, that was fun. That day is special. I think I've told the story before, but for those of you that don't know, um, I was aware that I was going to be on maybe one or maybe just a handful of episodes. I didn't know I would end up being on Glee for as long as I was going to be, but it was sort of poised or positioned that Blaine might potentially be Kurt's love interest on the show, and because of that, it was important for me to hopefully get to know Chris a little better and hopefully get him a little more comfortable with me because, Glee was a big thing and, here's this new guy coming in and we were going to have scenes together. So I wanted to make sure that we could strike up a relationship. And I've always loved Chris, man. Chris is, he's an old soul. He'll tell you that. Anybody will tell you that. He was a great performer. He was very intuitive and very, he's just, well, first of all, he's very clever. He's a very smart, funny, witty guy. And wit to me is such is so indicative of so many other things about people. It's one of my favorite qualities of any person is to be witty, and Chris certainly has that in spades. And so, to his credit, after this scene, I was gonna go see. I was on a show with Alan Cumming who said this, and I think he's like, this may have been the gayest thing that he's ever heard, and in whatever way you want to take that word, I think we've taken that word back. This is a positive thing now, not in the pejorative that idiots used to use it back in the day. In the real, true, awesome, this was a very wonderfully gay and awesome, fucking cool hang. We wait for it. I know you're waiting to gobble that one up, and I'm quoting Alan Cumming, by the way. It was a day where I had tickets to go see Sutton Foster. There you go. That kind of writes itself. Sutton Foster is a musical theater diva. She's been in a ton of shows. She's amazing. I had tickets to go see her across town in Los Angeles, and I had an extra ticket. My buddy dropped out, and I had this. I didn't know what to do with it, and it was like an expensive ticket. So it was like, I told Chris, I was like, look, hey man, it's a shot in the dark. I know we just met, but I would love to be able to, take you out and get to know you a little bit. And so we had like a little chummy bro date. At this time, Chris was extremely recognizable and, he was the famous kid from Glee. And so it was very, very sweet of Chris to accept my invitation. To this day, I always think that was such a nice thing because he was probably like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm good, man. But he came, and we went to go see Sutton Foster. It was a great show. We got some sushi afterwards, and I didn't know very much about the show. I didn't know much about Glee. I didn't know much about his arc other than the vague things that I said before. So the fact that he spent the time with me to get me comfortable with the show and answer my questions was so sweet, and I'll always be thankful for him for that, because especially looking back on how much was going on with the show and his life and with the chaos of everything that's happening, that was such a great little moment. And so we got to do that this day. So after this day of, literally where Blaine's like, let me buy you lunch, bought him dinner. It was nice. And so Chris, you have all my love and respect, always have. And that was a great day and a great moment for me. And this would be the start of a crazy, wild ride and being part of the Glee family, which I feel so always so grateful to be a part of.